Hello. Hello, everyone. Hi. Hi, Renee. Hey, Heather. Hey, Tracy. Hey, Brenda. Hey, Lori. Hey, Kelly. Hey, Doggy Life. I can't remember your name right now. Sorry. Hi. I'm okay. How are you? Hey, Kathy. Oh, goodness, guys. I have a story to tell. Hey, Bethany. Hey, Izzy. I have a story to tell. What a couple days. Hey, Nessa. Hey, Randella. I wonder if I flip it this way. Oh, there, it's better. Oh, Bethany, it's not. Um, I'll wait till a few more people get on. That way everyone knows what I'm talking about. I'll get in the middle of this long story and people are going to be like, what did I miss? And I'll have to repeat it. So, hey, Carrie. Sorry if I'm looking this way. My tablet's here. And your chat is on my tablet. Hey, Laura, making a squirrel. Awesome. Hope you like it. Hi, Juliana. Hi, DGQ Creations. Hey, 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 everybody. Oh, last minute again, just decided that I was going to do a live. So I, my back, when I went to the market the other day, this is not the story I was going to tell, but I'll tell this part anyway. Hey, Kelly. When I went to the market the other day, lifting all of those things and in and out of my car the night before, and then in and out of the venue, and then moving them around, and then back into my car, and then back into my garage, I like just my muscles in my back are really sore. My neck gets really tight sometimes anyway, so my neck's been really tight, which then affects kind of my arm. Kind of it pinches the nerve here, and then it kind of makes my arm all. So I'm not sure how much I'll crochet, but I'm here. Hey, Randella, hopefully you make hamsters and they sell for you. That would be awesome. I can't believe how fast Heather's are selling in her store. That's crazy. Oh, I'm sorry you're struggling, Izzy. Oh, man. Is anybody on that is attending my retreat in a couple weeks? Hi, Connie. If you are, just say hey really quick so I know you're here. Not that I'm going to talk about you, but I'm going to tell the retreat story. Sorry if you can hear my son screaming in the background. He is playing Fortnite on the other side of that wall. So, may or may not be able to hear that. I don't know if you can hear it. Hi, Renee. I don't know if I already said that or not. Do we have to pay? Izzy, are you talking about for the retreat? Yes. It's already booked for this year. Hi, Christine. It's already booked for this year. I just didn't know if any of the attendees are here. There's me and April from the Cozy Buckeye are hosting it this year together. And then there is 19 other people besides us. We all have FOMO. Well, I am thinking about doing it again in the fall, like maybe a little bit shorter. This one was longer than the last one. Last one went Thursday to Sunday, and then this one's going, and it was like Thursday night to Sunday morning. This one's going like Wednesday, like at 1, so earlier in the day, all to Sunday. So it's an extra day and some. So, hey, April. I'm getting ready to tell the retreat story, April. April is here. Oh my gosh. Right, this is just my crochet hook. I don't know that I'll be able to crochet and tell the story at the same time. So, you'll be on a trip to Costa Rica. That sounds amazing, Connie. That sounds awesome. I'm crackly. Oh, I'm sorry. Is anybody else? Am I cutting out for anybody else? I also can move it closer to me if that helps, because I think last time somebody commented on oh, that stinks. Somebody commented last time that they could barely hear me on my live. Okay. Okay, it may have just been my internet. I have a son downstairs probably using the internet, and then my son is playing Fortnite, the other son, through that wall, and then I am using it obviously to connect here. It's still crackly for some of you. Okay, I'm going to start my story. You sound fine on my end. Okay, hopefully it's better now for everybody. So retreat is in like 2 weeks. Everyone is coming in 2 weeks. There's a handful of people that are flying in, and then there are several people that are driving from like one Georgia, from Mississippi, from farther away in Illinois, from me. Anyway, there is 19 people coming in plus me in April. So yesterday I was checking up on my reservation, and I noticed that I booked it through Vrbo, and I noticed on Vrbo that like a month ago, I noticed that the property was no longer accessible. Like I could see my booking and it was confirmed, but I could, like the link to the actual house, I couldn't see the pictures and stuff anymore, which that's happened to me before when like your booking was still good, but they took it down for future bookings so that you couldn't see anything anymore. So I really wasn't super concerned, but I went to the website of the rental company that was renting the house, and I could see on their calendar that the dates that I had it booked said that they were booked on their calendar. So I'm like, surely that's mine, I'm good. Hey, Fuzzy Butt. And so anyway, yesterday I just got feeling, yesterday I was like, checked on it again just because it's getting close. I went to their website. This time it showed that it was available to be booked the week that I had it. And I'm like, that's not right. Like I'm like, now it shows that somebody else could book it and I still have it booked. And so I messaged the owner through their Gmail because they weren't responding through Vrbo. Anyway, long story short, sorry, you can hear him screaming. Long story short, they sent me an email back saying, sorry, we are no longer affiliated with Vrbo and we are not honoring your reservation. We are canceling it and we will issue a full refund. So I have 2 weeks now for the retreat, and I have 21 total people that I have to find a place for that's fairly close to the airport locations because, people have already booked their tickets and I don't want everyone to have to rebook. And it took me forever to find the right place because I'm trying to find the right combination of some privacy, the spaces to accommodate the most people, but not too many people, but have big open areas for all of us to gather in. Sorry, I talk with my hands. So it took me forever to find this place, and I thought there is no way I'm going to find anything. Yes, there's a renter agreement saying that the owner owes me the rental, blah, blah, blah. But also in there, it says that basically the owner can cancel but they owe me, hey Robin, but they owe me a full refund, which were offering me a refund. And it's crazy. So they're offering me a refund for the booking, but which I didn't want them to do. I wanted them to keep my money, and then I wanted to go, right, like to the same house at the same time, because it took forever to find this place and everybody was flying in. And so you need somebody?
We won.
You won. Yay. We wondered about it yelling and stuff through the wall. We wondered if you won.
Fortnite reload.
Okay, they won.
Number 1.
Heather says hi.
That was intense.
Yeah, it sounded intense.
The circle was very small.
Yeah, by the time you won?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I gotta not forget where I was in my story.
Love you.
So, love you. They were offering me a full refund, but yet I still needed to find a place for everyone to stay on the same dates. Everyone's got their vacations from their jobs and everything like scheduled. It was a nightmare. Luckily, this group of ladies is amazing and super accommodating, and I found a place. It was more, but not like so much so that I didn't like, I mean, it's the liability and the risk that I take hosting it too, that some point, if something like this happens, or that I have to rebook or find someplace more expensive. And so it's a little bit more, and it's farther away from the airport, and it has less bedrooms and bathrooms, but I had some people that having to share or sleep on an air mattress or share, but they were all super great, and whew, I got it all worked out. Will I get my money back from this place? I don't know. They wanted me to fill out a direct deposit form to put the money back in my bank account, because they said they couldn't access the credit card processor and refund my money through there. And I'm like, no, I'm not giving you my bank account and routing number, because if this is a scam, then you're just going to clean my bank account out probably. So yeah, I know. And I probably could file some forms, and I did call Verbo, and they refunded me my service fee that they charge. Like, I can cancel it and I got my service fee back, but I needed to send them the email from the owner saying that they canceled on me. And then the third party, they were a third party property manager, so like they processed my payments, so Verbo couldn't actually refund me my money. I had to go through the owner. It was just oh my gosh, it was crazy. Anyway, I just, like, what a day yesterday was, and plus work was just stressful. So it was just not a fun day yesterday, but I did get something else booked last night. Everyone is good to go. As of right now, everything is back to normal, but I got nothing crocheted last night. I mean, I worked until 9:30ish, and then my adrenaline was just pumping, and I had time sleeping, and I crocheted nothing, which is okay because my hands have been hurting. Oh, thank you, April. It may have seemed like it to the group that I was handling it like a rock star, but I was freaking stressed out. I was like trying to work, but trying to find a place, and work was stressful, and oh my gosh. Anyway, I'm just going to be way more vigilant in the future to book a place that has a premier host or a super host. Someone has reviews. This place was a new listing on Verbo, and so I think I just got scammed, and I've learned my lesson, but we're all good now. I really needed the time away, so I was really, really glad that I didn't have to refund everybody their money and cancel it or try to rebook it. It was just, I just would have sucked. So anyway, all is well now. Retreat is going on like normal. My hands hurt, by the way, a little bit. I don't know why. Sometimes they just hurt more than others. So what's everyone else working on? I don't really have a market coming up until May, and it's the Anime Fest. Yeah, thank you, Jesus. So I don't feel the need to like market prep a whole bunch of little things. So I started a dragon on Sunday, and I got the head, the body, the front legs, and one of the back legs done Sunday. Oh, Robin, you're writing a pattern. What's it for? Are you going to tell us? Is it a secret? And then last night I was going to do more, obviously, on the dragon, but I ended up having to do um, all that other mess last night and didn't get to crochet at all. So I haven't crocheted since Sunday. Oh, great. Thank you, Heather. You know, huh? I don't know. She gonna leave me out of testing it again like she did the last one? I'm just teasing you, Robin. I was a slacker on the one before that. I was the last one to turn in my pictures and stuff. I can't wait to see it, Robin. That's exciting. My testers are finishing up the bunny, and tomorrow they should have all the pictures and everything to me. I can, Robin, because I don't have anything I have to do. I can test it. I mean, if it's not like something that's going to take me like a week, and I'm sure. Let me test. I love the test. Oh, good. It has extra long legs. These are the legs that never end. Oh, it doesn't. She says, no, it's small. Heather, you're telling lies. Telling lies. Okay. Oh, Christine, you shut down the entire browser. Now you're back. Welcome back. Oh, goodness. So I guess you guys all seen that Joann's, yeah, sorry if I got that stuck in anyone's head. I told Robin that when I was making her sock monkey, that's all I could think of was like the song that never ends, because I was like working those really long legs and the really long tail and the really long body. Leslie's making her first blanket. That's exciting. I haven't made a blanket in forever. I went to Joann's after my market Saturday before the news broke. I think the news really like officially broke on Sunday. It might have been Saturday late that day. But our Joann's, that's like by the closest one to me is an hour away. The next closest one is over by St. Louis, probably about 2 hours. And it was supposed to be on the list to stay open, but then they've now said that all of them are closing. So that's super, super sad. That is like Joann. I mean, there are other places to buy yarn. I mean, online. I like to buy it in person sometimes, depending on, so you can feel textures and things with certain stuff. But I think Burnett's pretty much worked out their kinks. Everything new that they've come back out with has pretty much been good for the most part. But I'm sad about their brands. I mean, their Big Twist Value, Posh, Plush, all of those were really good brands. And then I'm sad for the fabric people, the seamstresses, because like I was a seamstress for years and years and years and years, and Joann's was the place you went to get fabric. I mean, I would order some through fabric groups because we would buy by the bolts from designers, but to get special ones that nobody else was getting. But I really feel for the people who used it as like was the only place that they bought fabric, because there are no fabric stores. Like there's a Michael's in this town that doesn't, and there's a Hobby Lobby there. So there's places to get some types of yarns if you needed them. And Hobby Lobby has some fabric, but if Michael's was smart, they would take over some of the brands. Yeah, I wondered about that. Like, I wondered if, like the people, it was a Great American Group that bought Joann's. I wondered if they would like try to sell off like the Big Twist divisions, or even like the fabric. Like I think because some of the fabrics they printed on their own, it was their own fabric lines. Hi, Jill. Sorry if I missed anybody else. I had a big story to tell, and then I'm just starting to get back into crocheting. You did your first ever pattern test for Ashley Go and Crochets. I can't wait for it to come out super. Did you do the dog or it's the dog, right? I think the cat already released. The herd dog, the sitting dog is so cute. Oh, fun, fuzzy butt. That's fun. If I just crocheted for stress relief and wasn't doing it for markets and stuff, I love making blankets. I really do. Like, it's so fun. Hi, Carol. Oh, I'm sorry, Tracy. Hope you get to feeling better. Oh, goodness. But yeah, I'm making a rubber duck, by the way, guys. I got to do something that I can do without thinking a whole lot about it. So I got my rubber duck pattern out, and then if I get this done, I've got an itty bitty snake yarn out. I can do an itty bitty snake. Can everyone hear me okay now? Like, is it better? Hopefully it's okay. Oh, goodness. Okay, good. Sound is resolved. I think it was because, one, he was playing Fortnite. I think he's done. And two, I think my son downstairs logged into YouTube or something at the same time because I got like a notification right as soon as I got into here saying something about, do you want to project on this TV? And so he must have gotten on his TV or on his YouTube or something. You hold your yarn like a cigarette. You mean like this? That's funny, Robin. Is that the same size yarn as Burnett Blanket Extra? No, Marcia, it's skinnier. This is jumbo yarn. It's size 7, but Burnett Blanket Extra, I don't know if it says 7 or not, but it's definitely thicker than this. Robin says, I did used to smoke when I was younger. I haven't smoked though in 23 years. I hold it like this sometimes, but then sometimes I put it behind my finger. That's funny. Is that what it looks like? I was watching you, Robin, explain how you hold yours, which is like this. No, it's like this. You hold yours over your index finger like this. And I can't do that. I have to have it. I can't. And I have to center pull. I can't stand an outside pull like rolling around all over the place. And I don't cake my yarn, so it's not like it's just a ball. It's just the skein. It would just be flipping around all over the place. Okay, 5 rounds. Sorry, I need to pay attention here. Yeah, sometimes I hold it. Yeah, I need to wrap it back in here. Now this is the Nana's Hook Nook. It's the keychain rubber duck pattern, but I use jumbo yarn. This is jumbo. This is Loops and Threads. Size 7 and an 8mm hook. Hi, these crafty ladies 23. You're not super late. It's just getting started. You didn't miss much. You didn't miss much at all. I told them I don't know how much crocheting I'll actually do tonight. My hands are kind of hurting. A couple weeks ago, I went to the doctor and I got some nerve medicine because my hands were waking me up at night. I have carpal tunnel. I know that I probably have carpal tunnel, but she tested me for other things just to make sure. And oh, hey Debbie, you're not late. You're good. um, tested me for all kinds of other things which were negative. So the next step is, if I want to try to fix the problem, is seeing a specialist and finding out if the carpal tunnel's from my wrist or if it's from, like, you can get it down here. I can't remember what she called it, but it's basically the same thing, but it's in this nerve going down. And I told her that I have a feeling that it's this one, because even when I wear my braces at night to not bend my hands in, I wake up with pain and a lot of, I don't know, we'll see. Lots of Arizona people in here tonight, huh? I've been to Arizona once. Scottsdale. I went to Scottsdale. Gosh, that was forever ago, it seems like. Oh, Marcia, your husband says not to wait. I was talking to my friend about that today because, but the thing about carpal tunnel surgery is, I guess you can have it done, and if you continue to do things to aggravate and use it, like use your wrist and bend, like typing or crocheting, you can basically have to have it again later. Like, because this releases it, but then it can tighten back up, I guess, and you could have to have carpal tunnel surgery again. So it's like, do I wait? Do I wait and, like another 5 to 10 years, have it done, and then hopefully I don't have to have it done again? Or, or do I do it now, get it out of the way? I think if I do it, if I don't know, I'm gonna find out where it's from, and if it's from my elbow, I think maybe the elbow one takes longer to recover from. And if it's originating from here, then I'm gonna just talk about my options for now and then probably wait until some winter, like after Christmas, or maybe right before Christmas, when I'm gonna be off for a couple weeks from work anyway, and I won't be crocheting and stuff, and have it done. I don't know. I don't really want to have it done, but it's really bad. Like, days. I mean, I go a week without crocheting at Christmas time this last year because I was just so burnt out and stressed out that I went like a whole week and didn't crochet hardly anything, and I still, like, wakes me up at night. It's both. It's both my arms. I do this, but it's both because I have this on, I guess. But I've typed my whole life, and um, I'm making a rubber duck, Debbie. I've typed my whole life, and I've worked with my hands, like snapping diapers and sewing, like pushing things through a sewing machine, and loading embroidery machines and snapping things with my hands, and I don't know, like when I got to the end of my sewing times, and just pushing things into the sewing machine would, like, just, and my hands would just hurt, and so, but it is definitely in both. So I did buy a different mouse for work, um, hoping that maybe a different mouse and a keyboard at work would help relieve some of it. It's only been a week though, so anyway. Okay, yeah, this is Nana's Hook Nooks Bubbles the Ducky 2.0 keychain version in jumbo yarn with an 8mm hook. That's what I'm making. My wrists are screwed from 15 years of running an industrial machine. Yeah. Carpal tunnel is usually in the non-dominant hand and arm. Yeah, I've got it in both. I mean, which, this hand when I crochet holds my project, so it's like my hands are kind of crimped in, and then this one does too, depending on what I'm working on. And then I key at a keyboard, and I think also our smartphone use is probably part of the problem too, because if you ever notice how you hold your smartphones, like I hold mine like sitting in my hand like this, like up on top of my pinky, and like my hands kind of wrapped around it, and I'll sometimes sit there and do like watch something or be on my phone for a while and put it down and realize that my hand really hurts just from holding my smartphone. My osteopath has really helped my carpal tunnel. Osteopath is, what is that? Is that a person? Is that a treatment? Is that a brace? What dragon pattern did I decide on? Let me show you his head and you tell me if you can identify him. I did buy the one that Robin just did, but I did not. I'm not doing that one. I bought the one that Robin just did from Snuggle Beans Crochet. Looked through the pattern and thought, not for my first one. Nope, no way was I doing that great big phoenix dragon for my first one. This is the mini Snuggle Dragon from Snuggle Beans Crochet from Shannon. So, which hopefully I'll have it done. I made these eyes. Hopefully I'll have it done before Sunday, so I can show it to you on my video Sunday. I'm using mustards, oranges, reds, a dabbled cake, plus the solids that matched it to do it. I think it's going to turn out really cool because I was originally going to do the phoenix and it was going to be like fire colors, but I said not to do the phoenix, but I kept the I kept the color palette. This is Burnett. This is this is Burnett dappled cake. Yes, you hear the train. This office, there's one window in here and it faces the train and it's like under the porch, and so like the train sound echoes under the porch really bad up against that window. Oh, I didn't know that. That's hi John from the Bahamas. Hey Robin, that's the one I'm doing. It's the bonus mini. It's not the mini. Like when you buy the mini, it's 2-in-1. There's 2 sizes in the pattern. There's the regular mini and then there's the bonus pattern, which is the minis mini, and that's the one I'm doing. Like I said, I got the smallest one that I think she has because I have not made a dragon at all. I've made 0 dragons, so I did not want to do a really, really big one. The phoenix was so tempting, but I was like, I got to the wing part where you make all of the frill part and then you attach it to another big long piece with were skinny tubes again, and my hands, just the skinny tubes, because I have to hold them and they're so small and I cramp my hands together, it makes my hands hurt worse. So anyway, yeah, Marcia, if you can hear a train, it might be, it could be from me. It's going by right now. Heather, you made that yellow one. Yes, that Darla, I did. I don't know why I don't consider that a dragon, because it was called like, was it called an axolotl dragon? It was just called the baby dragon, wasn't it? Okay, yes, I did do one. Sorry, Heather. Thank you for reminding me. And I still have that one. That's Darla, the baby dragon from Red Mills. Same thing with Red Mills. Everyone talks about all of her dragons and all of her stuff, and I bought, I think, the smallest one she's made. Carrie is working on one right now in 4-ply. You're working on a dragon? Fuzzy Butt is working on Robin's dragon in red and black. Yes, you do pay attention, Heather. I bought Robin's dragon pattern too, and like a couple weeks ago, and I haven't made it yet, obviously. It's on my list. I go to the Anime Fest. I think part of the reason I also wanted to do a dragon or two was like, I thought maybe the Anime Fest crowd would be the right people maybe. I mean, either way, like I don't mind having, you know, more showpieces. I had a big, a really big frog, and then I have Darla the dragon, and I have my anchor, which I've never taken anchor to the show, and then I have Hugo, the new Hugo baby humpback whale, and I haven't taken it yet, but I figure another showpiece won't hurt me. Hey, Cindy. Okay, what am I doing here, guys? Okay, I'm decreasing times 8. Okay. You're working on the Snuggle Dragon too, these crafty ladies? You're doing the regular size Snuggle Dragon? I know some of you people are, you crank out the dragons like crazy. I'm afraid, like, I don't know. I live in like farm country. Like, this is the Midwest farm country, and I'm just worried that, like, I mean, until the Anime Fest came along, I was just worried that any character, like anime type characters or dragons, mythical stuff, that kind of thing, would not sell for me in this area. But maybe it will. But I figured I'd at least try them and take them to the Anime Fest. And I entered my yellow dragon. Thank you for reminding me, Heather, that I made that. That's the one I entered in the fair last year. Yes, the regular one. These crafty ladies, well, I hope you love it. Dragons do well, huh? Crochet by Jenna's. Yeah, the ones with the baubles. That some of you guys didn't like the baubles and couldn't get them lined up. Some of you guys could. Hi, Carla. That's true. I mean, do the young people have the money though? Because, like, I mean, I'm gonna charge for it. I'm gonna charge for the dragon. I mean, I guess my Darla, the baby dragon, I only have 75 on it. I made it out of Sweet Snuggles Light, and it's not like as big as it could be. And it took me probably 2.5 hours. So, I mean, 75 or 3 hours maybe. I don't know. I'd have to look back, but I feel like 75 is getting my money's worth out of it. They all have Apple Pay. Yeah, but is it connected to a debit card that has money in it? Okay, I'm going to use these eyes that I painted. See the little confetti in them? I don't know if you can see them or not. That's what I'm going to put on this duck. You bought all the dragons that Robin made, including hers, but I don't think I'm smart enough to make them yet. Laura, that's funny. I think the thing, like, one of the things about anything big like the dragons and stuff is that you need to, like, a lot of them, you need to know how to do rows and rounds, and, you know, to make them look uniform and things, but you also need to know some of them have short rounds and things in them that's different. And I think that to make a dragon, and really anything that big, but you gotta know how to stuff correctly, like, I mean, like, stuff well in the right places, the right firmness to make them stay structured. Some of them need to stand up, so they got to be really firm, which I think is a lot of stuff that people learn over time. So definitely not a beginner project, but the big ones anyway, like the Snuggle Beans crochet ones. I think she has like a 5-star rating for beginner to like the most advanced or whatever. And the bonus mini Snuggle Dragon that I'm doing says intermediate, which is 4 out of 5 stars. Thank you about the eyes. You went to Michael's today too, and you're disappointed in the yarn now. Yeah. Sorry, my hand is, my arm is hurting. My other compression sleeves at work. Oh, Tracy. Hey, Tracy. So excited I got chosen. Well, I'm glad you applied. I'm trying to pick some new people. Just so hard. Okay. Increases around, right? So what else do we know today? Got any other questions or anything? Oh, you guys can't help you see me if I put my hands down, but I also bought Mom Stitchetti's dragon. Like she's got like a laying down dragon. I can't remember what it's called. Maybe I think it's called a snuggle dragon too, maybe. And I really like it too. I almost made it, but I'm like, no, I want to make one of Shannon's. See what all the hype's about. Oh my gosh, there's 98 people watching. That is crazy. Who is here? That's nuts, guys. Thank you for being here. That's amazing. I hope you guys liked my market recap, even though it wasn't a very good market. I do need to get cracking on all of the patterns I bought. One of my goals this year, which I keep buying patterns, but I really would like to go back, and I went back and I was going to try to do it over like after my last show in December. And I went back and I went to the oldest pattern I bought that I hadn't made. And I just like, some things I just outgrew. Like I thought it was cute then, but I have another pattern that like I bought since then that that's maybe the same animal or the same type. That's just better. Already know that it's better just from looking at the pictures. And so like, I don't want to make that one. And then some patterns I buy and I get looking at them and I can just tell you by the way that they're constructed that I'm not going to enjoy them. So I don't know if I'll ever make them, but yeah, I do need to get cracking. I have got so many. I'm so glad though I switched over to using a tablet, guys. Like I absolutely love my tablet. If I was a hardcore, like if you went back and watched the beginning of all of my YouTube videos, I was a hardcore print your patterns, put them in a binder kind of person. I loved to have the copy of it and not have to rely on like my phone or a computer to have my pattern. So I printed them all and then I could sift through them and see which ones I wanted to make. And I just got to where I had 3 big binders that were this thick and I was getting ready to go to the retreat last fall and I'm like, I don't want to haul these 3 massive binders with me. Plus I had just bought a bunch more patterns plus my own. So I got a tablet. I do have a problem, Jill. Stitches by the Moon. Is this Danielle Stitches by the Moon? It's coming to the retreat. Christine, I always enjoy these, but working on a new pattern, so I'm trying to figure it out and type less. Oh. Need more love. Oh, thank you, Fuzzy Butt. I think I only have one pattern I haven't done. That is the caterpillar from All From Jade that you've bought. Are you kidding, Heather? That's just crazy. Tracy, your goal for this year was to work through all your patterns? Me too. I mean, I at least try. My goal then, I'm like, well, I'm not going to probably go back and make every pattern I've bought. So then I'm like, then my goal was, what if every week I try to make at least 2 new ones out of my stash or buy them if somebody releases something I just really, really want to have. And that way, every week when I come to you guys with stuff that I've made, I've got at least 2 new things to show you guys. So, yeah. Scum of the Dragon test you had to pass on. Yep. I have like 6 binders though. You need to invest in a tablet, Christine. I tell you, this tablet that I have, Walmart, it's the ONN on whatever you call it brand from Walmart. It was $98 plus a case. they probably go on sale around Black Friday, but it wasn't Black Friday, so I like $98 is the normal price. And I just love it. Like, and that's all I really use it for is patterns, but now I'm using it to like watch my thing while I record or go live on my phone. So absolutely love it. And then I just created a folder in my files. I created a pattern folder, and then I created some folders within there, and then I just download them, and then I move them to the right folders. Carla, I just print patterns and put them where I'll never find them. That's funny. Hey, did you need something?
A shower.
You're gonna shower? Okay.
It's Tara on there.
Nope, Tara's not on here.
What about April?
Rosebud Studio Fiber Arts. Amy, hi from Michigan. Hey. Yes, April's on here.
April.
Henry says hi, April. Pocket crochet app to save your patterns. Actually, Cindy, because of you, I tried the Knit Companion app and I just didn't really love it. Like, and I really find that 9 times out of 10, I don't need to make a note and I don't make notes about what yarn or hook or anything that I use, just because I use the same hook for the same yarns all the time. So April says hi. She said, hey, Henry. But yeah, I tried the app and it would be neat if like you were someone who wanted to make detailed notes about what you did in certain places or what you modified. Like I can do that on my PDFs though that I saved. I can oh, bless you. I can put them into like an edit mode and I can like handwrite on them and stuff and make comments and notes if I want to. Goodbye. Bye. Have a good shower. Let you keep track of the row that you're on. Love you, baby. I'll see you in a little bit.
See you, God.
Hi from Arizona, Anna. Well, there's a bunch of Arizonans here. Thank you, Anna. Thank you for being here. You don't use the notes pad of the Knit Companion. You just use the free version. Karen. Hey, Karen. I recognize your username from Instagram. Sounded like an aggressive dog bark. Oh, that was just Henry sneezing. He has a very loud, very, very loud sneeze. Yeah, it's bad. It's like ring your eardrums. Like, why does anyone need to sneeze that loud ever? And since he was little bitty, and I like every time I'm like, why so loud? Anyway. Thank you, Fuzzy Butt, for telling her hello. Anna, you did your second market ever after getting courage and inspiration from YouTubers like me, and you made $1,200. That's amazing, Anna. That's awesome. I mean, like way better than my last market I just did. Take a look at Pocket Crochet. It has a lot of features like a line highlighter, notes, and more. Tracy, you don't live far from me either? Christine, my husband has the loudest sneeze and I give him a glare every time. It interrupts my solitude. Yeah, it's bad. It's like, it could be like a super calm in the evening and everyone's winding down and he will just like let one of those rip and it just rips through your solitude. You're correct. I'm West Central Illinois. Well, men folk are just loud. He's my third son and he's the only one that sneezes like that. So I don't know what that is. Well, Tracy, I'm thinking about doing another retreat in the fall. So you'll just have to, and I had thought about doing a Patreon, which you guys, if you saw my community post a month ago, and then we kind of talked about Patreon in here a couple weeks ago, and I've decided not to do Patreon right now. I still would like a better way for people to have, like, if you aren't on Instagram, like YouTube doesn't have a really great like community place where you could really interact and chat and stuff very much. And like I don't really want to do a Discord or anything. I don't know. I'm just still trying to, and I could do a Patreon, but it'd be free. So I thought about doing that. But then you would have to download the app and then join the Patreon. And I don't know. So I thought about doing Patreon, but it being a free Patreon so that we could still have some place to chat and really interact better. But hey, Chrissy, I didn't know people could sneeze so loud until he was born. I don't know that I ever heard anyone sneeze that loud until this kid was born, for reals. I mean, I love him to death, but message group with some crochet. Yeah, I have a small Instagram group too. That I talk to off and on. That's awesome. If you just need like a quick opinion on something, or hey, what do you think of this, or whatever, and it's really nice. Like basically, I want something like that, but that my YouTubers can just join. And the people that I watch on YouTube, if they want to join, we can all just have a place to talk. So Patreon is an app, um, and it's basically like where you can create a page where you have like a community, kind of like you can create a page inside a Discord or Twitch. But inside of Patreon, you can have just a free place where you have like a chat, and then you can create a collection where like I could put PDFs in the collection where you guys could get to them on Patreon. Some people charge for their Patreon levels and have access to free patterns and bonus features and all kinds of stuff like that. But yeah, could form a group and have chats. Yes. Yeah, I know I could. I just, people that are new to the channel, like it'd just be neat to be able to like YouTube created a bigger community. Like right now I can post in the community and you guys can comment on what I post. They are trialing, they're doing a test group of having a community thing where like it's kind of like a discussion board, and only some of the bigger YouTubers that I follow, none of the crochet YouTubers, but a couple of the bigger YouTubers that I follow that have like over like a ton of followers. They've already got the new version because they're part of the testing like beta group, I'm guessing. Um, but yeah, I don't have it yet, and I don't know when they plan to launch it. Okay, what am I doing? 3 stitches up the tail. Okay. I guess I told you guys earlier when I started, like I may not get a lot crocheted. Yeah, right now on the retreats, I'm trying to keep them pretty local to me because there's like I cook all the meals and bring all the stuff, and I bring donation stuff, and I want to be able to like pack my car up and be able to drive there. Because if I fly, then I can't bring as much stuff, or I have to then buy it when I get there, and then I have all the flight costs and stuff. So right now I'm trying to keep it within like a pretty reasonable distance of where I live. Um, so we'll see though in the future if I ever fly anywhere different. You don't fly? Okay. I don't mind flying. I don't mind traveling. It's just, you're so restricted, especially anymore with like how much stuff you can bring on the plane, what you can bring, and like, you can only bring a like certain size bag and so much stuff, or you have to ship it there or something. It's just a whole thing. So I think it would be harder to host it if you were flying in. Hey, Logan. But yeah, so I may do another one in the fall. Me and April. Waiting on April right now. She owes me dates. So what else? If you went to a crochet retreat, I mean, like, honestly, the premise of every crochet retreat that I have is that we're gonna sit around and we're gonna crochet and chat and chill and eat and stay in the whole time, which to me just sounds heavenly. But I decided that, just so that I started a couple activities like I'm like, well, let's just do some fun things while we're there. So we made stitch markers and we made safety eyes. And then we like made a mystery pattern that was super fun. And then we had a plushie exchange where you could bring or make something there in like a dirty Santa style plushie exchange, and that was super fun too. And then so I bought all of the safety eye supplies and the glitters, and I brought the resins and all of the beads and stuff to make stitch markers. And that was super fun. And it gave us something to kind of do. And while we were there, like put the crochet down for a while. And but what else would you, I mean, like this one we're gonna do, we're gonna make sewing sticks too. But what else, I mean, would you want to do anything else? Anything else sound fun? I couldn't really think of much else this time. It's kind of crochet related that everyone would enjoy. But you want to just sit around and crochet and chat and visit? It froze. I'm like, oh, hey there. It's okay, April. My live chat froze because I was like, nobody is answering. So I had to go out and come back in. Do one in the fall. Okay, Logan. Love them to make safety eyes, like a Granny Square community project, maybe. Yeah. Safety eyes were fun. We're going to do that same thing again. So, I mean, if you come back to the same retreat, you're going to get some of the same activities and the same things, but I love the sewing stick idea and stitch markers. Thank you, Christine. Heather has a few videos on how to do safety eyes. Yes, Heather does. And I do mine a little different than Heather. Like I use resin. But what I do is I usually like I have a plate and I'll do 4 or 5 eyes the same because I make some for myself and then I make some to sell. So I'll do like when I mix my resin up with my stuff, then I'll do anywhere from 3 to 6 pairs of eyes with that same color scheme. But she puts the resin on her eye and then puts the glitter on it. I take my resin in a cup and I put my glitter and or my mica powder and or my alcohol inks and or whatever it is, like chameleon powders or flakes or whatever that I'm using, and I mix it all in my cup and then I put it on the back of the eye. But basically I do it the same way that she does. Crochet with Kelsey has a great video on how to do her eyes, and I basically do them the same way she does, except for she uses a paintbrush, and I use these little wood like coffee stirrers to stir everything up, and then I just use that same stick to pick it up and just put it on the back and kind of spread it out in the back of the eye, so I don't use paintbrushes and then I throw them away. I know it's wasteful. Catching up. I'm so sad I haven't made it to one yet. Chrissy, you're in Texas, aren't you? So that would be quite the ways. Do a video, Stacy. Yep, Heather's here. April from the Cozy Buckeyes here. I think Robin from the Nodding Who Crochets here if you watch her. Yep, so Christine does it the same way I do it. Anna just realized Christine's here. Super famous Robin is here. Yes. Yeah. You guys are awesome. I tell you, last week when that little girl met us, saw us, like if you haven't watched my video Sunday, last week when we were recognized twice at the show, which was, someone comes up and they're like, oh, watch on YouTube, da 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 da. But when we were in Joann's and that girl went by and her little girl realized who we were, and she was just like, Mom, it's those YouTube crochet ladies. And she was like, what? So they came back and she was just standing there like, oh my gosh, like holding this crochet hook in her hand, like could not believe she was like talking to me and Tara. And it was like, it was so weird, but it was like, it was so sweet at the same time. It was like, I'm like, oh girl, like you have a crochet hook? She's like, yeah. And I'm like, are you learning how to crochet? And she was just like, uh-huh, and she's like, her mom's like, she watches you too. And she's like, yeah, I do. And it was so cute. We talked for 10 minutes and it took her probably about that whole 10 minutes to stop like jumping up and down and being excited. She was so sweet. I'm like, I guess if you watch a YouTube video on your TV, it just kind of feels like you never think you're going to meet those people in real life most of the time, right? And for her just to see us in the middle of it, the Joanns. So funny, Anna. You know who I miss on YouTube that I miss a few people on YouTube, but one is Karen. Um, was it Yarn Whimsy or see? It's been so long since she's been on, and she was moving, but it was Karen, and she would do roundups of Yarn and Whimsy, maybe is what it was called. She would do like a whole bunch of dragon patterns and then show you like the differences and rate them and tell you what she thought about them. And then she did like all the yarn reviews and stuff. And I really loved her channel. I miss it. And then I miss Cat Cake Crochet too. Quinn. I miss Quinn. I've only ever been recognized at a market except for that just this last week in Joann. Like that's the first time like out in the wild someone not at a market that someone has come up to us and realized who we were. I wish she would come back to Karen. I miss Karen. Yarn and Whimsy. Thank you. You live by the Holderness family, and I totally freaked out when I saw the husband pin at the Container Store. I probably would too. It's so funny. I asked him for a selfie and told him how I knew who they were going to win the Amazing Race. Yeah, I think she just got burnt out and I don't know, her daughter just got older and she posted that video, the kind of a little bit of that controversial video about that girl copying the other pattern and mass producing it into a plushy version, like a fabric plushy version. And then she just kind of like she was in a group that I was in and she just has disappeared. I really miss her. Yeah. She made me some eyes like 2 weeks before she disappeared. She was so sweet. I sent her a package of some things in exchange, and then she sent me some of her eyes that she made. Like my Darla, the baby dragon, has her eyes that she made in it, and then I used another set of her eyes and something else I did. It was my succulent turtle, the first succulent turtle I made, I think. Bye, DGQ Creations. Hi, Natalie. See ya. Yeah, then the fires happened. I assume she's doing okay. Yeah, I don't know, Kelly. I don't know what happened to. You mean Karen, Kelly, or do you mean Quinn? I just loved Quinn. She was so genuine and sweet. So I don't know. Single crochet rows. Come on, Stacy. Get it together. At least finish one rubber duck in this whole time. Yeah, I don't know about Karen's mom moving in with her. Like, I know that she moved to a different place, and I want to say that maybe she made one video after she moved, and then like she even tested for me like back last like the monkey tag along pattern that I sell, which you guys probably don't even they haven't really seen it a lot. I don't talk about it a lot, but it was like a little monkey that had like leggy frog legs and arms. I have a whole tag, like 4 tag along patterns. She tested that one for me. And I think the point of that was that she got into my tester group, and I was kind of, and I was fangirling her, and somebody else was in there. I was like watching on YouTube at the time. And I remember that feeling. It's like, these people are real that I watch on YouTube. Like I consistently watch the same people every single week when their videos come out. That Henry, who was, in here earlier, he's my youngest. He knows who they are. Like I was watching, like Sunday when I'm done with my videos, I always watch Robin and Heather's videos from Sunday. And he always knows who they were. He walked in here. He's like, "Oh, you're watching Heather." And then when I watch Heather's live, he's like, "Whose live are you on?" Or he knows who April is too. He knows Heather, Robin, and April anyway, for sure. I do watch a few Animal Crossing, New Horizons. Like I play the Switch some. Just like to decorate in that game. I just think it's fun. It's cozy. It's chill. Hey, Minnie Christine, what's your youngest name? My youngest wants to say hi again. Hey. I'll shout out his name if you tell me his name, but you don't have to. He's the one that likes foxes. I remember that. Hey, Graham. Yes, Heather, that's Heather. I was trying to convince Heather. I'm like, you need to post more than once a week. The people that I really like, I want you to post more and more and more. I, yeah. He just came in here looking for his fox blanket. Well, I hope you found it, Graham. Christine, your video where you sewed almost or crocheted almost 100 plushies. That was insane. That was awesome. But yeah, I messaged Heather Sunday. I'm like, I'm watching your video now. And I'm like, and then I always get sad. If I watch Robin and Heather on Sunday when their video releases, I always get sad because then I can't watch them any, like I'm so up to date on their videos. Like I have nothing else of theirs to watch. So I'm totally, totally, out of their content to watch. And I'll watch other people. I have a watch later list that's like, 200 videos of stuff I could watch. But I messaged Heather and I'm like, I just get so sad when your video's over on Sunday. And I was like, I really need you to do 2. Like, I need you to step up and do another one in the week. She's like, did Robin put you up to that? And I'm like, no. But I guess Robin had told her the same thing just recently. But really, my full-time job, like, I mean, I work, full-time Monday through Friday and stuff. And I can't manage. I mean, every once in a while I get a bonus video together, but I just can't manage filming a whole other video and editing it and getting it out on any kind of a regular schedule anyway. So the lives are going to have to do for now. Hey, Bubba.
That's really quick.
You did good. I don't know how long that was, but.
Before I got in the shower, Tara called me. And
Yeah.
I rushed so I can call Tara.
Oh, you're going to call her back? You guys going to play a game or you just going to call her? I know you love your Tara. Are you
so much
calling her or are you guys playing?
calling?
Well, go get it. Go call her. Go see how she is. Bye. Love you.
Love you, April.
Henry says, love you, April.
her fan.
He's your fan. Hey, Care. See, Robin agrees. You need to do too, Heather. I love your long videos too. I love having my crochet peeps on like crochet. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Some of my long videos recently, I feel like are longer than they need to be though. Like I had a lot to talk about, but then I feel like I still got to the last 10 minutes and just yapped and yapped. And then I would still get off of filming and be like, shoot, I forgot to mention this and I forgot to mention that. And I'm like, ugh. But I had so many new pattern stuff to go over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm doing 5 rows of, nope, 4 rows. I need to stop. I had so many new patterns to go over. April, I love you, Henry. I'll tell him later. But you know, I had a lot to talk about, which has helped the videos be longer. I get through my patterns because I'm trying new patterns out of my stash sometimes. And and then I get to talk about them a little bit more in detail, which helps the videos be longer. So I did have someone comment, they were like, oh, your video, I don't know, sure. I kind of wish that your videos were shorter like they were before, which you don't have to watch them all in one setting either, you know. You can get through half of it and pause and watch the other half of it later. But yeah, so hopefully I can keep that up. I don't know, Sunday's video will probably be really short because I may only have the dragon to show and this duck. Bye, these crafty ladies. You have a good night. Thank you, Randella, backing us up. See, Heather, we all voted, and you need to do 2 a week. Just is the way it is. Gotta do 2 a week now. You do have a job. It's part-time. Tell them you need Wednesdays off. Oh, thank you, Chrissy. You like long videos too. I do too. I mean, if they're, I've started long videos before, like somebody new and it just not be my vibe or not be my thing and I don't like them. But I mean, if it's somebody that I like and I know, like Robin's, yours was too short on Sunday. And I know that you gave us an extra long one a day late on Thursday. But I still feel like, you know, you should have an extra one this week. Because 22 minutes wasn't long enough. Did you guys watch Tara's market video? You watched my market video Sunday, then she posted hers Sunday night or Monday. She went ahead and posted hers, even though her normal schedule is Tuesdays. She went ahead and posted it so that it was closer to mine. Did you see how much she made? Oh, Robin, you could have showed us. You could have showed us all of your new Premiere colors. I think you did that in a live, but I would have watched it again. Yes, and I mean, and I save everything to like my watch later, and then if I've only got, like, I turn stuff on in the background while I'm working through the week at my job. Sometimes if I'm doing something that I can, like, I want to listen to something while I'm doing it, like a spreadsheet where I'm just like pulling data and I'm just doing a spreadsheet or something, or I'm doing some really monotonous work that doesn't take a lot of brain power. Yeah. But sometimes if I've only got 30 minutes until a meeting or something, but I'm doing some monotonous work, I'll throw on something that's only 30 minutes. And likewise, sometimes I've only got 20 minutes after I eat my lunch to watch something. So I watch something usually every time I have lunch at work. Yes, I loved your crickets again. It's funny. Sometimes I'm yelling at you, Robin, while I'm watching it, telling you the answer. Because, like, sometimes depending on what it is that you're trying to think about, I'm like, it's this. It's this. I'm trying to tell you. Which, I mean, I know you've already figured it out, but. Okay, watched both. That was such a bummer that the organizers had so many of the same medium. Yes. Robin could always start earlier. I couldn't tell from the video. Was there a fee to get into that market for everyone, or only people who wanted early and VIP? The fee was for everybody. It was a fundraiser for the women's club. So, bye, Connie. So I know that like they're trying to raise money for. That's the point of the show for them, is to raise money for their institution. So they charged $3 a person, which I think the Castle Bands show is maybe only $2 a person. It might be $3. I'd have to go back and look. They may have just raised their prices too. But in the spring, like it's one thing in the fall, like when people, or like at a really great big super juried, like the Springfield show, where, you know, I did the 2-day show in Springfield and it was like 5 or 10. It was like $10 to get in VIP, 5 for just regular. But it's like Christmas time and people are kind of gift hunting, and there's just really unique handmade stuff there that you just can't buy. Like if you want to see it in person before you buy it, like that's your chance. Like if you like that kind of thing, to try to get a hold of it. And I don't know. Oh, thank you, Kelly. We appreciate you. I mean, the reason I keep doing it's because people comment and you interact, and people, you know, follow me back and they ask good questions and I'll answer them, or they have good ideas. I love the accountability. I just can't believe, I mean, here I am a year later and I'm still doing it. I just never thought I would grow up to be, I mean, like a YouTuber. Like I was embarrassed to tell my kids I was going to do it when I first started, because I was like, they're going to have opinions on this. They're going to think it's weird that their mom's on YouTube. And it just, yeah. Oh my gosh, Heather. I hope he's okay. I guess did he call somehow, or did the ambulance call you guys? Like how did you even know that he had one? He doesn't live with you, right? It was his stepdad, you said? Or maybe his mom called? Shoot. I was asking how did Dave know? It's crazy. His aunt called. Okay. We'll be thinking about you. If you need to run, obviously run. If you need to go. That's scary. Today is my mama's birthday. Her name's Linda. If anybody wants to wish Linda happy birthday. She's not watching this because she doesn't watch YouTube or understand what it is I do on YouTube or any of that. But today's my mama's birthday. She just traveled. They just got back from a vacation. So fun. Oh goodness. Well, hopefully he's okay. That's super scary. Hey, there's another train, guys. So my mom is an avid cross stitcher. Has anybody here ever cross stitched? I know how to cross stitch too. She taught me when I was young, and I finished a couple of big pictures and some little things used to cross stitch Heather. Yes, prayers for Heather's stepdad. Christine, you love cross stitch? You used to too? Well, my mom cross stitches, but like not just like the simple, like she loves to do simple primitive stuff. Like her style is very Americana and primitive, kind of like her decor. But she does these like solid, huge pictures that have like hundreds of colors and like hundreds of thousands of stitches, like X's. And they are the most beautiful thing. Like some Sunday, I need to show you guys. Like from far away, they look like paintings, and then you get really, really close, and you realize that they are like little bitty tiny X's, and it makes this great big picture. And last year, year before last, she finally, her walls were getting so full in her office, and she didn't really think any of us wanted her pictures because they're just cross stitch pictures or whatever. And I'm like, no, like I would love to have some of your pictures, like love them. She's like, really? And I'm like, yeah, like I'm not just telling you that because it makes you feel better. I'm like, I would love to have one of your pictures. And my sister-in-laws were both like, yeah, like we would too. And so she let us all pick some pictures off of her wall. Well, she loves to do snowman and Christmas, especially. But yeah, I'll have to show it to you sometime. I don't have anything in this room, but in my living room, I have a Christmas winter one, and then I have one that can stay up all year round. So I take one down and put the other one up, and it's really amazing work. She did this really great big, I think it's 3 feet by 2 feet, huge one that was the flag, and it has the whole Pledge Allegiance on it. It's really, really pretty. That's her favorite. She said we can't have that one until she's gone. And my sister-in-law loves patriotic stuff. They have the same style. And she's like, that's the one I want. So it's just funny. But yeah, I love her work. Yeah, Karen, my mom's look like paintings. Like they will be, I mean, they're big too. Like they're really big and they're very, very, very detailed. And they're very cool. But her and her sister and her mom, and then they have a friend or two that also cross stitch. But they get together kind of like the retreats, and this was kind of where I got the idea. But they get together and they every fall and they have a cross stitch like trip where they go and stay in a cabin um, or a place like on the lake for the week, and they make their food and they basically stay in and they cross stitch the whole time, the whole weekend, and it's really cool. And that's kind of where I got the idea for the retreat was like, I want to do that, but I want to go someplace and I want to crochet all week. And when I did the first retreat, I told my mom, I'm like, if I don't get it full, like I'm going to make you come and you can cross stitch while we crochet. Because she's retired. So, but she didn't get to come because it got full. Oh, cool, Christine. Yeah, crochet is more satisfying in terms of speed. I tell my mom, I'm like, you have the patience of a saint. My mom is such a patient, like person when it comes to like a project like that. But she's not patient in learning something new. Like if she doesn't know how to crochet or knit, and if I tried to teach her, it would drive her crazy. Try Kim paints. My sister-in-law sold it, and it was like paint by number on fabric. I don't remember that, Carla. You watch Floss Tube, which is for cross stitch. It's cool. I follow a couple cross stitch Instagram pages and on Instagram because I just some of it's really cool and new and modern, and I think it looks really neat. Like, but were those paint in the tubes? Try Kim paints. I don't remember it. I remember I don't remember a brand that anyone specifically sold, but remember when they did the it was like puff paints and there was like a pattern and like they would just like dot it like in the certain way on the pattern and it would like make a picture. can't remember what that was called. Okay, I gotta do this. I gotta do my beak. And then my duck will finally be done. I'm just gonna do yellow since it's coral colored beak. You're too busy crocheting Missy to do a cross-stitched stocking. I don't blame you. And I don't know what happened to it, but I made like when my first son was born, and then him and his sister, they were only 14 months apart, my oldest two. And when they were little, their room was Noah's Ark themed, and I did a Noah's Ark cross stitch and picture, and it was on their wall. And somewhere in the midst of moving and putting stuff in storage, I don't have it anymore. I like matted it and had it framed and everything. Like, why didn't I keep that? I'm like, did I purposely throw it away? Surely I didn't. Okay, where's my scissors? Yep, there they are. Okay. Gosh, it's already been almost an hour and a half, guys. Like, and I haven't even finished anything yet. You were pretty young and did a set of Holly hobby pictures. I had so much fun. I have done like every craft. I feel like I have tried every craft. I love to try. I've made candles. I tried um, punch embroidery. I've done actual hand embroidery. I've done cross stitch. I learned how to knit, and I wasn't a big fan. Crocheting was easier for me. Oh, let's see what else I have painted. I still can paint. I like to paint. I'm not very good at it. I don't draw. I'm not a very good drawer. Now my daughters, oh my gosh, my daughters are amazing artists. Amazing. Like Tara can actually like she's a graphic designer by nature, but like she can hand draw, sketch, paint, like amazing. And then Casey does, she's 16. She's the younger one. She does amazing like digital. She can hand do it too, like obviously on paper and stuff, but like she's just amazing. She's amazed me since she was little. She learned how to paint and draw when Tara was learning. And she's known how to do it since she was a little bitty. Stitch paint and using a blow dryer to puff it up just looks just like cross stitch. Slacker. What are you telling me slacker for? Did I say something that I've now missed? At least it is for me. Yeah, Cindy, knitting wasn't very fast either. Yeah, I just up until I found, which I mean I've crocheted my whole life, but like I would do something and then I would like I'm never obsessed with it. Like I just absolutely love making plushies. So I actually started watching Heather when she was paper crafting. Yeah. I never paper crafted really. Um, I did buy some stamps and stuff at one point, but okay, here's my duck. I didn't sell a single duck, which I hardly sold anything at my last market. Always wanted to diamond paint. I haven't done diamond painting. Henry has a set that's the solar system that's really cool he got for Christmas, and he got like maybe a quarter of it done. I really hope he finishes it, like picks it back up and gets hyper focused on it again. Thank you. Here's the ducky with the pretty eyes. I wasn't absolutely just thrilled with the way the eyes came out, but they're okay. All your card making videos. I tried basket weaving. um, I did macrame. Tried that. Obviously I sew, and I have in Surge, and I ran an embroidery machine. I tried knitting. I felt like I always standing at the edge of a cliff thinking my stitches would slip off my needle, and it was stressful. Yeah, I can type like 100+ words a minute. I swear. Like I am don't look, type later or on my keypad, like let's add stuff up, you know. I mean, I can do it. Um I oh sorry, I'm kind of lagging over here. Um but something about two needles, and then like yeah, coordinating them and still trying to like I mm. Bye Christine. Yeah, I didn't ever get into the groove of knitting. Now I bought some knitting needles the other day. These great big babies, size 10s. And I have some jumbo yarn, and I'm going to take it with me on the retreat. And there's some people going on the retreat that knit that said that they were going to show us like anybody who wanted, like they're going to help us. So I don't know if I needed circular needles for what we're going to learn, if we're just going to learn how to make like a swatch and then we'll seam it up and make it into a beanie or something simple. Cindy, you love hand knit socks. I love watching like Hooks and Healers Annie. I love watching Annie's channel. And sorry, there's a truck going by. It's really loud. But Annie moved up into Illinois by me. She's not very far from me. We haven't met up or anything yet, but yeah, she just lives like an hour, 40 minutes from me. Anyway, but I love her socks that she knits. And she says that it's not like it's a great place to start, but I'm like, so how you're doing those heels on there? I don't know. I just and the yarn is so small with the little knit socks, and then I'm like, those have got to be so hot, which my feet are always cold. Good night, KSB. Yes, I love watching Annie. She's just too sweet. But yeah, I love her socks when she makes them, and she's was talking about how her feet are always cold no matter what, and mine are the same way, like that in my hands. My hands are always cold. Um, and I think maybe I need some wool blend knit socks. But I don't know if I have the patience for it. Because I also, at one point, I crocheted baby booties. And what was really annoying is that after you made one, you had to make a second one. And I know that, right? It's like I knew that when I made the booties, like it's a set. But like I like to be one and done with some things, and like if I gotta make a whole pair of socks, I gotta make a whole sock and then a whole nother sock. Yeah. And then Anna, depending on like my mood, like my tension or whatever the next day or the next time I make a sock, I don't know. I have a knitting machine and I like it. Second sock syndrome. Is that what it's called? Quilted cupcake? Is that a real thing? I use the vanilla sock pattern. You're right. It's mindless until you get to the heel. And I guess it's probably like crochet too, like blocking it. So like if they are slightly different sizes, that you could probably block them into being more of the same size if you're actually got the same amount of stitches, you just had tighter tension or something maybe. I don't know. And more angry I am, the tighter the tension. Yeah. Oh goodness. Yeah, when I pull my shoulders up all the time and I'm like, okay, put your shoulders down. Your shoulders are not earrings. Remember that. Your shoulders are not earrings. Release them. If I can, I always try to cast on both socks. This helps avoid the second sock syndrome. You mean cast on at the same time? Like on the same set of needles? Or like you have a separate set and you will go back and forth working them? I don't know. I'm intrigued. I suppose it's probably something. Bye, Ange. It's probably something that maybe I'll find the patience for in retirement or something. You know, maybe. Kelly, my shoulders are too lazy to be earrings. Mine are like, I get to doing something and I'm like, okay, put them down. And then I'll crochet for a while and then I'll creep back up. On two separate sets of needles, you'll start them and like just trade off some so that you're getting them done at the same time. That's smart, Carla. That's what I would need to do. I do both at the same time on separate 9-inch circular needles. See, Cindy does the same thing. That's a great idea. Thank you, Tina. That's all I'm going to get done, guys, on my live. I'm going to have to go, I think. I don't have to go, I guess. It's here, though, and I'm going to turn these lights off. And my phone's probably about needing to be charged. Thank you, Randella. It's coral. I don't know if you can tell on the camera, but it's coral. It looks peach, but it's really kind of a pretty coral. Heather, we'll be thinking about you. Hey, Kathy. Sorry, we're getting ready to wrap it up. If you just got in here, I'm getting ready to wrap it up. Telling everybody bye. I like the self-striping yarn to keep it more interesting. Yeah, Cindy, that's what Annie uses a lot, I think. Thank you, Fuzzy Butt. Okay, guys. So I made one duck in an hour and a half. Not very productive, but I did tell this lots of stories and we got to talk a lot and I had a great time. I appreciate you guys keeping me company. I did not want to make a whole bunch this week because my hands do hurt some, and so I'm going to take my time, especially since I'm working on that big dragon this week. Well, big to me. It's actually small compared to all the other patterns. So I'll be working on that dragon. I'll show it to you guys on Sunday. But I appreciate you guys all being here. Like at one point we had over 100 people, and that's the first time I've ever gotten over 100 people. That is just absolutely crazy, guys. That's just crazy. Thank you guys for being here. Hopefully you got something done or I lulled you to sleep or something while you were here. Good night, everybody. Thank you so much for coming. We'll see you later. Bye, everybody. Don't forget to go to Heather's Live is tomorrow at 5 Central Time. Heather's Live is tomorrow. We'll all see you guys there, okay? Bye.